Good day. My name is Socko. I come from the planet Fusonia, and I was sent by my boss to make a very important documentary. Of course, there is so much to learn about when it comes to Earth, and I struggled to find an interesting topic. That's until I saw him, the wild thing. Therefore, today I am presenting to you a very informative video about the fella. You can certainly trust me to deliver this information to you based on my sophisticated manners as obviously seen by my fluent language in Britain. Or was it British? Whatever. Boss only got 7 minutes to present this, so I'll make this as quick as possible. From the moment I woke up, I immediately prepared my camera and started to observe the wild thing's behavior. He seemed to carry a very intimidating aura. Regardless, I decided to make my move and try to interact with him. It did not work. I decided that my best approach would be to try and see if there was any information about this creature, and after an intense 5-minute research, I found out that this being is classified as a cat. Armed with my new knowledge, I decided to go back to try to talk to him. Alright, after my heavy research, I learned that these cats tend to respond to a certain sound with your mouth. But I can't do it, so I'll just have to talk to him pretendingly. Okay, that clearly didn't work. I'm running out of time and I haven't collected valuable information about the wild thing, so I decided to take a look into his species history before trying to approach him again. Cats played a large role in ancient Egypt culture, being placed on a high pedestal similar to a god. They were highly praised for their skill hunting of venomous snakes, rodents, and birds that severely damaged their crops while also being a trustworthy companion to the pharaoh. The Egyptians' respect for these felines was measured enough to the point where there would be statues of them all over the place and were even mummified, which is a big deal in Egypt culture. Both ancient Greece and Roman shared those same beliefs. Before cats became a common pet in Greek and Roman households, those same houses used to shelter weasels, who were back then praised to be rodent hunters. Amazed by the domestication of cats in Egypt, the feline creature was then brought into their society, and weasels were then left behind because they were considered stinky and mischievous, whereas the cat was cleaner and enthusiastic. However, Arrow begs to differ. The depiction of the animal seemingly rooted from hate as promoted by the rising power of the medieval church. Through the efforts of this religious power, cats were then associated with the devil, witchcraft, and darkness, a major contrast to their beliefs. The result of this imagery had caused cats to go through endless torture, killed, and even massacred by entire villages. Thankfully, this practice is no longer common in today's society, but the only influence from this era that somewhat remains today is the belief that if a black cat crosses in front of you, it means bad luck. All in all, that is pretty impressive, but there's still so much to learn about cats in modern times. I would interview a wild thing, but it seems impossible to reach out. I was starting to think that this project was a huge loss. I had failed my mission to learn about the wild thing. I was starting to lose hope.
I'm losing hope.
I was ready to give up.
I'm gonna give up.
I was ready to put this project out of its misery.
Oh, 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 hey. A few questions to ask. If you don't mind. Uh, are you actually a wild thing? Interesting. Are you content living this life? Alright. I've noticed that there are other wild things just like you, but they appear to be smaller, skinnier, and more sorrowful. Do you know why? That sucks to hear. Thank you for your time.
Overall, I was pretty satisfied with my research. I think I managed to learn more about the wild thing than I thought I would.
So, yeah, that's pretty much what I've learned over my time here being on Earth.
Telling me that instead of making a documentary about something more important, you decided to make a documentary about cats?
Boss, it's cats. Aren't they an interesting creature to uncover?
I suppose they are sort of adorable.
So does that mean I'll get a raise?
No,